as we're not going to see each other, we should make a podcast. Every 3 months, we should come together and make a podcast. Welcome to the See You in 3 Months podcast with Richard and
Joe.
It's been more than 3 months since September.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that later. Joe, how's it been without me in Gosport?
Well, the sun is shining and the birds are singing, I can say that much.
Wow.
No, for real though, it's been weird because particularly during college, we've been going back and forth, haven't we?
Yeah.
So it's been a bit weird not
Joe,
knowing,
Joe, want to help me make a YouTube video? Joe, want to come over? Joe, do you want to hang out? Joe, I'm going to London soon. I'm going to miss you.
Yeah. But yes, it's good to start working on videos again. So.
Yeah. Have you got a job?
Oh yeah, I have. I work at Subway in Gosport now. It's minimum wage and sometimes the hours can be ridiculous, but it's good. It's fine. They're nice people. I enjoy it. So,
Oh, we love that.
It's all good.
I wish I had a job. So much.
Yeah, what's your situation with the job?
So, I was going to transfer to Old Ken Road Asda, but they didn't have anything for me. They're overcontracted.
Right.
So, I haven't had a job. I've been on the job search since October.
Yeah.
In London.
Right.
I've been to one interview, and they don't like me.
Yeah, wasn't it a theatre?
Yeah, I went to Savoy Theatre,
Yeah.
which is part of ATG, a theatre company that owns theatres. And I went there a bit sleep deprived, so that's the first problem.
Yeah.
I had 1 hour sleep for 24 hours,
Yeah.
not that great. And I thought the interview went well, right? Because it was at a theatre, so I talked about the theatre work I've done. They were like, tell me a time when you had to manage time, when you had a task. So I was like, well, I did a college performance called ... and just talked about that. And it was a lovely experience, lovely environment. I was really excited to work there, but no, it's London. There's people more experienced than me.
Yeah.
There's about to be 10 million people living in London.
Yeah.
So I've had to go back to my hometown to get a job. It took me persisting and annoying them through the phone. I called them 7 times. Can I have a job? Do you have a job? And they're like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been fun. Wish.
Yeah, it's interesting when an interview doesn't go the way you want it, even though it looks like it's going well. I remember my interview for Team Sport a while ago was just a train wreck because I don't know what it was, but on video chat I kind of just froze and it was I didn't actually know what to say.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was. And then I had an interview for the McDonald's, and I've had one before for the same place, but yeah, this time I thought it went well, but then it didn't. So yeah, and then out of the blue, I came up to Subway. They asked me a few questions. That was about it, and they got me onto trial shifts that day. So yeah, and that's where it just took off.
I find it really weird when jobs go the way you want it to, because I was job hunting since start of year 11.
Yeah.
And I only got it, only got Team Sport. I think it was July of that year.
Yeah, just
July.
Yeah.
It took since September to July. And I think I was even applying for jobs before that as well. I think Mum's said it took me a year and a half, because when I've been calling her I want a job so bad, and she's been
yeah,
bro, it took you so long before, so chill out. Just, it takes time. But I I just don't understand employers, man, because
Yeah.
I applied for Asda in April of 2022.
Yeah.
No, 2023.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Asda.
would say it was 2023 at some point.
Have I got the dates wrong for Team Sport?
Maybe, but it doesn't matter because
Yeah. I'll check them after.
you started working at Team Sport. I want to say second year.
Yeah. Okay.
So it wouldn't.
So,
So that would have been
yeah.
2022. You applied.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So it did take me a year and a bit then.
Yeah.
Problem solving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took me a year and a bit to get Team Sport, and then just one interview with like the first job I applied for when I was thinking of quitting Team Sport was Asda. I did the assessment and then went to the interview, and then got a call back like 2 days later being like, we were offering you the job.
Fair.
The first one after like a year and a bit of experience.
Yeah.
I don't understand, man. Like I've got like 4 years of customer service experience, and then going back to working with children experience, I have 6 years of work experience in total. That's Explorers Young Leader. But London, there's so much competition that there's bound to be people who are more experienced than me. So.
Totally, yeah.
So my hope is that I'll get more experience with theatre, and I'll bring in more ideas, or work my way up with theatre. But I can't do volunteering until I've got savings.
Yeah.
I need to live.
That's understandable. Yeah.
But the way you get a job at theatre is by showing your passion, by volunteering. How has been socialising?
To be honest, outside of work, there hasn't been too much.
Fair.
To be honest, by the time I finished my shift at work, my social battery's pretty much drained.
Yeah.
To be honest. But I do use the time at work to socialise with my colleagues and the customers. Sometimes you get the regular that you're able to just talk to, and it's nice. But of course you do obviously get the odd dickhead here and there. But I wouldn't say that I'm antisocial. It's just that I'm not social like in my free time as much.
Yeah.
Obviously, I come here and see you, and I'll be probably trying to do that, every few months properly.
Every few months.
Properly.
Don't know where this will be next time. Probably down in Gosport.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What month is it this month? February.
Yep.
March, April, May. Oh, it'll be up here then.
Cool, coming up here for my birthday. Love it.
Lovely. We'll get so drunk.
Yeah.
Again.
Of course.
I'll make sure you get more drunk than me this time. We'll get to that.
Oh no. But what is socialising in uni been like?
So the first week, I spent it with my flatmates and people we picked up along the way on the first day, because with Loring Hall and moving into Loring Hall, there was it varies how many people come on a certain day. Stop it. Stop.
Right, sorry, yeah, carry on.
I mean arrive.
Sure.
Arrive on a certain day. So like there was someone from A block where it was he was like, oh, I have no one to hang out with, can I hang out with you guys? There was someone from 2 people from the block that I'm in like ground floor, who was like, "There's only 2 people. Can I join you guys?" And we just picked up like so many people, and then some people found better friends or different friends. So now it's just gone down to I want to say like 9 people.
Right.
But I don't hang out with them much anymore because I don't really like drinking. I don't like the wobbly feeling.
Yeah.
And let's talk about it now. New Year's. I found out that I like being drunk, but only if it's someone that I trust. And don't get me wrong, I love my flatmates. I trust them, but not as much as someone I've known for like 10 years.
Who could that be?
You. So we played a drinking game called Truth or Drink.
Are we actually going to talk about
that? Not the actual details.
Yeah.
But let's just say I drunk quite a lot.
I did too, Billy. I remember. Yeah. There was a few things that I was like.
Yeah, Joe just did a drinking action.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Sorry, my brain was not braining. I'm sorry.
My brain is not braining. Yeah. So true. But yeah, I drank quite a lot. I didn't. The weirdest thing about being drunk that much is I couldn't perceive how hot the water was. Do you remember that?
What hot water were you talking about?
It was cold water. I was filling up the bottle, and I was like, Joe, this feels warm. Is this warm? And you're like, Joe, oh no, that's cold as hell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, and I was also really giggly.
Yeah. Oh yes, you were.
And as it was New Year's, my sister suggested we go to Burgess Park.
For the fireworks, yeah.
To see the fireworks, which was an experience. When you are drunk, you need to urinate a lot.
Yeah. Should we mention on the podcast that we weed in a bush?
I weed in a bush.
Yeah.
Yeah. I weed in a bush.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Story told.
It's. I'd never do that sober because I don't want anyone seeing my massive cock. But when I'm drunk, I was just like, I don't care. I need a wee. I was also really giggly on the bus ride there. Yeah. And I was probably really loud because another thing is I felt like I was deaf. Like the sound perception was different as well as the warmness, temperature perception.
Yes, there we go.
Warmness perception. Oh my god, yeah. So that was a fun night.
Yeah, it was.
And I also kept drunkenly flirting with you.
Yeah, that was
which was fun.
I've got a question, and I believe you may have touched on it. I'm not sure you have on another video, but you've told me about this. What's it like, keeping track of like videos and stuff now that you're in uni?
Keeping track of?
Like planning the recordings and stuff like that.
So the reason that I haven't been uploading is because university is my priority at the moment.
Of course, yeah.
And there's lots of readings to go with that. There's lots of rehearsals. Like I have 2 days off a week, but those are intended for rehearsals or independent study. Like the amount of time you have in college should be how much you're working outside of college. So I try to do that.
Yeah.
And Yeah, so I haven't been uploading that many videos, and it's also the What is Delirious Drama video, the rebrand video where I killed off 2 characters.
Oh yeah.
I want to make more YouTube videos, but with university being my priority, I can't make as many videos as I did in summer. And the videos I made in summer were utter shit. Like, they're good videos, kind of good videos, but they're not high quality theatre and its limitations videos.
Yeah.
I enjoyed making them, but I want to make at least two high quality videos a month.
Nice.
And not stress about making a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the algorithm. I don't like following rules. So fuck it. And something that I have always hated you for is you're like, oh, why don't you just make a video and then upload it? And I'm like, no, you have to stick to a schedule. I have to more videos. I can make more videos more regularly if I separate them out, like I did in December. But what I forgot in summer was that I had 4 already made for college. So I had a month leeway for every video that I made. And then we made Whisper Challenge, which was 2 weeks into that. So I had a 6 weeks leeway.
Yeah.
So I made so many. That's why I need to make a lot. If I'm gonna do it regularly like that, I need to make lots of videos first, and then 1 video a week. Which allows for the weeks that I don't want to make YouTube videos. And I don't think I want YouTube to be my job.
Fair. Yeah.
It'll be great to monetize this. It would be great to pay you for all the work that you helped me back behind the scenes. But it's a hobby. I don't want to make it my job.
No, I'm not. I'm no better. I've made 2 videos and haven't uploaded.
And then you broke your laptop.
Yeah, I broke my laptop. I haven't uploaded in ages. I didn't upload for a while before that, to be honest. It's just that, as well as finding time and finding the appropriate way of like planning it, there is just, if you've got nothing to film, you can't do it.
Yeah.
So and there's just nothing interesting that I've gone, we can make a video about that and stick to it. There has been, but that is content for another channel.
I want to go back to house socializing in uni. Then I distanced myself from my flatmates, and so the first Trashy Tuesdays had a quiz beforehand. Trashy Tuesdays is like a club night at SU uni, and where you do karaoke and it's really messy. Drunk karaoke is the best thing. I definitely recommend it. And my flatmates went home after the quiz, but I stayed because I had paid money for a ticket for the after party of the quiz, which is Trashy Tuesdays. So I stayed for Trashy Tuesdays and met this person called. After the karaoke, there are song requests that you can do, and suggested a really, really obscure song, so everyone left the dance floor for that. And we danced, and it was really wholesome and cute. Wasn't good dancing, but it was really cute. My recommendation for you for first year, I'm halfway through it, but my recommendation for you for first year of university is make memories, kind of like we did in college. Then I went to a games board night by myself, and I went up to a group of 8 and was like, "Hi, I'm Richard. Can I join you guys?" And then it went to 11 people, and we played Wolf for like 3 hours, which was kind of like the drama game that we played, but more rules, more confusing.
Alright.
There was someone who wanted to die. There was someone who was trying to protect the wolves. I was the protector of the wolves one round, and there were 2 wolves, and they were like, "Protector, open your eyes. Wolves, wiggle your thumbs." One of them didn't wiggle their thumbs, so I dubbed them in it. I was like, "Yeah, he's the wolf," didn't knowing they're the wolf, and then I failed because I didn't protect the wolves. They nearly voted me, which meant I would have won, because I went.
You protected the wolves.
Yeah, because I would have. Because I went. Yeah, it's her. Yeah, it's her. Yeah, it's her. They were like, "But how do you know that?" And they nearly suspected me as being a wolf or protector. But they voted her out, and then it turned out she was the wolf, so I lost. Great. But that just goes to show that I made memories. And then university actually started, and I needed to sleep before, but I couldn't because people were loud. So that made me stressed. Lack of sleep made me stressed. And it also was the fact that Asda fucked up my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
And I've not been able to get it right since.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tell me about sleep schedules.
And that's another thing that stressed me out. And then I was like, oh, I'm lonely. And that is why I haven't been uploading that much. The December videos are really depressing because of that. I wrote them when I was sad, upset, lonely, and was in the headspace to actually record them and make them. So when I was in the right headspace after my lovely 2-week break, I was in the headspace, and I still wanted to honour I wanted to honour my previous thoughts. It was good writing. It was what I thought.
Yeah.
At a time in my life, so I thought I'd document it. Thought I'd still make it, and and then I made GTA 6 is not woke, which is one of my favourite videos.
That's been one of my favourite, not only for its content, which I found interesting, but the comments. Let's talk about the comments.
You look like a lesbian.
That was the most confusing one.
Because I look like a man. I have a beard. In that video, you couldn't see my tits.
Mitts, yeah.
Yeah. You couldn't see my luscious hips.
Yeah.
So how do they know that I look like a woman who loves a woman?
Your glasses are woke.
Oh yeah.
Your glasses are woke.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make a remote amount of sense.
My favourite one, it was like, I don't know why this has been recommended to me. GTA 6 is woke. Fuck you. Have a good day.
What?
It's much better than that.
Was it on your video that? No, it was because you mentioned it. There was a someone who mentioned supporting the Nazis or something. It was like, oh, Hitler had a good idea.
Yeah,
something
about homosexuals being incarcerated.
Yeah, no. Oof.
I was like, I would take that feed. Oh yeah, it was like, you're so gay, and I was like, thank you for your feedback. I'll "Oh, take it into consideration," and someone was like, "Don't take it into consideration." People had, and then something, and then Hitler had a good idea and was like,
Wow.
"Oh, fucking hell,
Bloody hell.
I would," and then I was like, "Oh, take your Nazi sympathising into consideration. Thank you for feedback."
Yeah, and then you made another video. GTA 6 is still or not woke. Or
Still not woke.
Still not woke. That's it.
Where I basically created a commentary on that by myself.
Just to tell them to fuck off.
I was just like,
that's what it felt. That's what I thought.
The GTA 6 is still not woke is explaining my intentions and also telling everyone to fuck off. I got into the danger of internet self-harm, where you post something and you are expecting the hate because you deserve it. I didn't, that wasn't my intention.
Yeah.
But reading the comments kind of made me feel that way.
Yeah.
So that video was also a way to be like, fuck off. I don't care. I don't care about GTA 6 being woke. It was just, the video was just an experiment.
Yeah.
Because I never shout in videos. Like, I'm very loud.
You
but
don't
I
shout
don't
out of anger.
Yeah, I don't shout in anger. So I thought I'd experiment with being like, is calling someone a slave woke? Like,
yeah. And it's just, it's like it's not that deep. It's a game.
Yeah.
You know, you don't. And then the thing is, people who are, how do I put this? Dicks. Tend to just want to start shit.
Yeah.
At any point, like, you can have an opinion, but shut the fuck up. Sometimes, you know.
But just like, if you are going to defend your corner, you should do it without insulting people.
Exactly.
Like, the amount of things have been like, woke, your glasses are woke, you're a lesbian. That's supposed to offend me. That's supposed to upset me, and then win the argument because I'm crying like a girl. And that was obviously a joke as well. That was impersonating them.
Yeah.
Crying is not a bad thing if you're any gender.
And being any gender isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
Just to put it out there, just to specify.
You are valid. Your emotions are valid. Your thoughts are valid.
I think we've mentioned this in another video. Like, we're all about the, representation. We're all about, it's a free space.
I forgot to say something previously about my bad mental health. I found that after the ensemble assessment, which is the thing that gave me most stress, there was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Along with the fact that we went to the pub and talked about the problems of our groups, just showed me that we're all in the same boat. You never know what anyone has gone through. We're in the same.
We need to care.
Yeah,
but like, our differences unite us.
Yeah. How has your mental health been?
Okay. So are we talking about... Yeah, we're obviously going to keep it to the 3 months situation, aren't we? Okay.
Well, like, this month included.
Yeah.
Like January. I talked about January.
Okay, so starting off work was a bit worrying, if I'm being honest, because I was like, it's a new job. I'm not going to be as good. But...
Comparing to what, though?
Other people.
Oh, fair.
So I was like, I'm not going to be as good as the others and stuff. That's what the thought was. And, but yeah, luckily they were patient with me to start off with. So I was like, okay. And it felt like it was a relief. And then, as it got on and I didn't feel like I was improving, I felt like they were telling me to be quicker all the time. I don't think they really meant it in a bad way, but just... After you hear it enough times, and then it becomes like, I'm the problem, it's like, I'm shit. But then, I'm now at the point where I know not to take it too seriously. I mean, obviously, I've got to try my hardest, but at the end of the day, it's some advice you've given me that's helped, is not to bring work home with me, so that, when I'm at work, sure, worry about it, but when I come home, just, don't think too much on it.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's the work-life balance, really, isn't it? It's like you've got to make sure that work is work and you're spending your own free time not worrying about it.
Yeah.
And that's something I've had to learn, because naturally I do worry about things. That's just what I do sometimes with certain things. But yeah, now I'm at the point where I'm just, I'm doing work. I'm taking time off to come here and visit people, and it's nice.
Are you getting paid for this holiday?
No idea.
Hopefully you do.
Hopefully I do.
Because I can't pay you yet.
That's fine, it's fine. But yeah, no, it genuinely, to start off with, it's okay to be a bit worried. That's the thing, I guess. And there was a situation, and I don't mind admitting it because it was a dick move, where I nearly left you for work because I was so worried about it, and then it turned out I didn't even need to be there. So and that put into perspective. That was really putting into perspective how much I should prioritize, my life outside of work,
and also the plans
compared to work,
and also the plans that you've already committed to.
Yeah. And that was me, I felt bad, I was ugh. And now I realise, I need to spend time with other people, I need to commit to plans that I've already made, and if I'm not available, there's not much I can do about it. So,
yeah.
And I shouldn't try to change it. So, yeah.
And to be fair, now that I've stepped back and not as annoyed as I was, I will be in your boat soon. I'm gonna work most days of summer, most days of Easter, as much money as I can get. So
that's fine.
I will try to socialise and do stuff outside of work that is fulfilling, but with sleep schedule being bad, it'll be hard. Yeah. But thankfully I'm only contracted Sunday, so I can pick and choose if I do overtime or not. So 1 week I might do 7 days, one day I might just do 3 days or whatever. So
there was another problem that I've had at work, actually, separate to the worrying about shit, is the hours. And you and other people have told me about this. You know what, I'll say it on YouTube because I don't care. I do late nights, so the late night shift is 11 p.m. till 4 a.m. And sometimes I get put on for the afternoon, which starts at 11 a.m. And technically you're not supposed to do that.
No.
So that's what has been a bit of a problem. And also 6 hours to get home, wash if I need to, sleep, get food, and then go to work. It's not long, let's be honest. And I need time to sleep. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
And just fact checking you, because my mum would fact check us if she was in the room right now. It isn't a law; it's a guideline.
Oh, okay.
But I would probably say no.
I see. I thought it was an actual law.
Yeah, I would say no, because they can, if you injure yourself being tired, you can't sue them if you've breached the 8-hour rule or 12-hour rule, I think it is. Yeah, 12 hours, 11 hours.
What it is they upload the rotor and it's already there.
Yeah.
So I just go by the rotor.
Yeah.
And I've not complained yet, because although it's a bit inconvenient, and I suppose this might be the reason, this might be a bad thing, so I wouldn't recommend anyone else doing it. But I've not complained because I don't struggle too much. It makes me tired a bit, but then I just sleep it off when I get back home. But yeah, I would recommend to other people, if that happens that you should bring it up and say it's ridiculous. But what has it been like adjusting to the space? Because I've noticed, like, you've got a pretty small room, if you don't mind me saying, and you've got a shared kitchen, and that's pretty much all that I can see. Oh, you've got a bathroom too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it has been a struggle to keep it clean, tidy. It is clean, but it's not tidy. But I just if I hear like workers, there's lots of builders in my block at the moment. So if I hear builders in my in my flat, I'm like, okay, cool, let's tidy before they come in. If they come in here,
but then they're walking into a uni accommodation. They're not going to be thinking, oh, it's going to be sparkly clean. So
yeah, but
I know what you mean. You want to make yourself look presentable.
I mean,
or the room or whatever.
They threatened to terminate my contract because of how untidy my room was. So
bloody hell.
And it was worse than this. It was also the floor hadn't been hoovered since I moved in, so
wow.
Fair. It has been a challenge, but I found that I feel more comfortable outside my room. If it's in the daytime, that is, because if my brain has brains make connections and patterns automatically. So if you're in one place doing one thing, your brain's like, oh, this is where I do this place thing.
Yeah.
So kitchen is like food, bed is sleep, blah, blah, blah. But in the daytime, my bed is, oh, let's go on YouTube. So I have to get out of bed to do work, and because there's no the most annoying thing about this accommodation is there is no plugs underneath the desk.
Oh god.
So my setup is so uncomfortable because I have to have 2 extension cables to the floor to plug it. That has my that's where I plug in my PC. There is no holes or anything to put extension cords down. So I have to have the computer tower lengthways of my desk instead of widthways, depthways.
I know what you mean.
It's so uncomfortable doing work. So the only things I do here is edit videos occasionally, film videos occasionally, and upload essays. Hopefully next year my accommodation will be a bit better and a bit cheaper. My mum found a website called spareroom.co.uk where someone has a spare room and they're offering it to be rented.
Oh, okay.
So that means you're sharing a house with the homeowner. What I'm hoping for is sharing a house with a homeowner, because that means they're tidy, clean, and won't make that much noise. Because my flatmates, no offense, make lots of noise. Sink is always overflowing with washing up.
Yeah.
And the table and stuff is always like disgusting. So yeah, hopefully next year it'll be better and a bit cheaper. And less security. Jesus Christ, the security.
Yeah.
I love the security.
Yeah.
Because I've doxed myself on this YouTube channel saying I am living in Long Hall.
Yeah. And you've just done it again.
Yeah, 3 times now.
Yeah, Long Hall.
4 times. But yeah, I hope to live somewhere else next year. So a place where I can have my own desk with plugs underneath the desk. What accommodation will you have in Aberyswyth?
Right, I've been... okay, so I have been to Aberyswyth. I went to a open day. That's the word. Bloody hell. Yeah, I went to an open day 2023. Was it?
Last year.
2022. No, I went in 2022. Wow, that was a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, I went there. I saw the accommodation. There's like this shared house situation I liked, but I think I'd rather something like this, to be honest. You know, just like a
Own bathroom.
room. Yeah, your own stuff. The shared house might... I don't know. I just don't think it would work for me. But like, yeah, your own room, your own bathroom, all that would probably be better. I'm sorting all that out next month.
Ooh.
Accommodation, student finance, so that'll be something to talk about for our next video.
Experiment. Exciting, sorry.
Yeah, content already.
My mum said that you'd probably get like full grants.
Yeah,
so
because of my situation,
Yeah.
Or at least a bit.
And you'll have lots of money saved up.
Yeah, because of my work, yeah. But you must have had quite a bit of money saved.
Yeah, nice. I haven't spent it all, but I put it into savings and not touched the savings.
Okay, so that means you're actually probably quite good with your money then.
No. I had £400, and then I spent it in the first month, and then Asda and Team Sport paid me some money. That was like 700 quid. And I spent that in like 2 months.
Well,
so not great.
Could be worse.
Yeah, not great, but I'm going to be saving up money and only spending £50 a month on fun.
That's going to be a very good... I think that's very smart. That's like a... But at the same time, like, you've got to make sure that you're, you know...
Yeah, I've got
living.
I've got like shopping in a pot that I'm like barely even touching.
Yeah, because you've given me similar advice. You said try to save £200 a month, which I
think Mum said that.
Doing. It might have been your mum. I don't know, but someone said it. But you also said make sure you're living. You know, you're having time.
Yeah,
you're having fun and all that. I'm terrible at it. I kept spending money during my first couple of paychecks, but I just saved a lot on the third one because I was like, damn, I'm actually quite behind. So I just saved tons of money on the third one. But luckily on the third one I had a bit more because I'd covered my manager. Well, not my manager, but I'd covered shifts while my manager was off. So I had quite a bit of money. So I was like, okay, I'll put a lot into savings. And then I still had a bit to spend on myself. Which was good, which was very convenient actually. And now I'm going to be saving more, persistently more. I'm going to be more on that because that's important that I have enough money to start off with in uni. And then obviously student finance I'm hoping will help me out from there.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, the reason I say £50 is because most of my money goes out on food, like Subways and like stuff like that. So £50 will be stuff that will actually that will actually help me in the long term, like memories. Yeah, I don't have many memories of the last 2 months of term, of the first term. So make memories, Joe. What's next?
What's next
in your life?
Okay, so I've mentioned...
Or the next 3 months.
Okay, the next 3 months. I've mentioned student finance, uni accommodation. That'll be next month. More work. I'll tell you how that goes.
My god, we forgot something.
Okay, go on.
Romance.
Oh god.
How's your romantic life, Joe?
Not too good, to be honest. I'm on the online dating scene.
Ooh.
On Tinder. I did get a match, and I am talking, but
you didn't tell me.
I was going to today at some point. But
no, you are. It's fine. It's fine.
Now we're mentioning it on a podcast.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But it's not like a dating situation at the moment. It's more like we're just getting to know each other as potential friends. That's pretty much it.
Oh, I love that.
So, so I basically, at the moment, it's a new person situation. It's not like, we're in love or anything like that. We barely know each other. I like getting to know people before I fall head over heels for them, or sexually attracted to
Oh,
them.
very different to me then.
Yeah. We call that demisexual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Labels are weird though.
Yeah, of course. But yeah. Call it what you want, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like... I mean, personally, I feel more comfortable getting to know someone.
Yeah, fair.
And there was someone who I did match who was just like, you want to shag? And I was like, no. And then...
Oh my god, that is so me. Like,
So,
I wish I could be that have that confidence. But
yeah.
My go-to Tinder thing is like find a thing about their find something interesting in their bio and be
That's what I do.
and I'd just be like, oh my god, you like that thing too? Ah!
But yeah, it's interesting. They're an interesting person. I'm not going to mention names, but non-binary.
Ooh.
So I'm getting, yeah, and it's like I obviously have you, and I have a family that are
As a potential romantic partner?
no,
What?
as I meant as non-binary, gender
Oh,
fluid.
fun. Okay, that's...
Bloody hell! I wasn't playing the Alabama then. Bloody okay.
Or Wales.
All right.
Or Skegness.
But yeah, the point is like,
Or Norwich.
stop. This count is gonna get flamed by people in the UK if you can. But yeah, like so it's like it's good to get to know people
Yeah.
that are unique, and it's nice. Okay.
What about previously?
Previously, what do you mean?
Previously, on Joe's love life.
Do you want to walk through my entire love life? Because believe it or not, it's not that long of a story.
The one before... After...
It's a weird one, because it was my older sibling's friend, but was the same age as me. So I was like, oh, she's sweet, she's cute. So I got talking to her, we became friends, and then she asked me out. So I was like, well, okay. And then it just kind of went stale after a while. It was like, I don't want to sound mean, but like, there was no... I think that when I do get into a relationship, I'm obviously not going to be like forceful or anything, but I do expect a certain physical, like, display of affection, like hugging or whatever. It doesn't have to be in a sexual way, is what I mean. But like, yeah. So there was none of that. So it was just a bit weird. I was going to say boring, but that's me. It's like, I don't know. It was I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere. So I thought better to move on. So yeah. And also, I'm pretty sure she wanted to get married, and I do not want to get married.
Oh, fun.
So
That's...
Yeah.
Oh. Shit. That's why we broke up then.
No. I found out the fact I don't want to get married quite recently.
Oh, fun.
And the fact I don't want kids.
Double high five. I guess the expectation of physical thing came from me, your first boyfriend.
First partner, first relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that I
think
have
so.
dictated your love life expectations.
Yeah, but like even like every other person I've been with, there has been a greater or lesser physical relationship. Like even if it is just hugging, which I'm fine with. It's just there's a comfort in it for me. So it's
Yeah.
like, without it feels weird. But obviously different for different people.
And as an asexual, my love life has been dead. Like,
I wasn't expecting it. You're just like dead.
like, with crushes, I'm like, is it a crush? Am I just liking being around people? Am I just liking being touched? Am I so touch deprived that when I do get touched, I'm like, oh my god, to marry me? As an artist, there's like stereotypical ways that I know romance is in like rom-coms and stuff. And there's always the chemistry between the main characters, the love interests. And I've noticed that with so many people. But is it just that we're going to be best friends, or is it just because we're going to shag all day? Like, I can't distinguish it, so I just give up.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Romance in general is just, it's confusing.
Yeah,
and it's like, but it's weird because it's like this confusing thing, and you can never quite tell what the fuck it is, but it's something, and it's always there. So it's like, you know.
Yeah.
I guess the point of it is just to try and make it work with someone. If I'm being honest. Obviously, it's got to be sustainable and all that, like, and fair. But you know, obviously, if you're asexual, then this, then obviously that, you know, you're asexual. So, if you feel like you don't want a partner, then that's different. But I was gonna say, like, there's, if you are romantic or like you have sexuality, it is like there's bound to be someone for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just finding the person that you'll make it work.
And for any new viewers, new listeners, or people who don't know me that I've sent this to, I am asexual, aromantic, and these are just my thoughts. This isn't anyone else's thoughts on what asexual is, because it's a spectrum at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I like romantic stuff. I don't know if I like sexual stuff. I don't know. It's weird. But everyone is valid. I don't want to put any more labels on myself apart from asexual when it comes to sexual identity, because it makes me go into a crisis when someone's like, but isn't that hyper romantic asexual? Like, I don't know. Asexual is just a general umbrella term for me that explains my situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the unable to distinguish between romance and friendship is why I had so many partners in secondary school, and why I felt so fine with being single for like a year.
Yeah. It's funny how you say that about asexuality, and that it's like, oh, it's just your umbrella term. You know, there's no real, I want to say, definition to it. Is that right?
I mean, like, the definition of asexual is,
I mean, for
little
you.
to lack of sexual attraction.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And it is a spectrum, because there is like demisexual, hypersexual, grey asexual. Like, there's so many terms which explain more specifically what asexual is to them. But I just want to be general with my asexuality. Yeah. Like, it is little to lack of no sexual, or aromantic, little to no romantic. So for me, I'm using it as an umbrella term to be my term.
Yeah. And it's funny you mention that, because it's a difficult thing, because I've been thinking of my identity in a different way in terms of gender, and like the male binary, it's like I don't fully associate with the stereotypical male binary, you know? So it's just like, it's been like, would that make me queer, non-binary, or what?
Yeah, fair.
So I've been thinking probably just doing the same thing, like non-binary, and then just leave it open.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah,
there's the reason for me saying I was queer in my coming out video is because labels are weird, labels are stupid,
Yeah.
And also just like, I had no idea. I'll probably have no idea. If I'm always, I don't like searching for a term, so I just stick with one, you know, because nothing explains my experience. And when you mean the male stereotype, do you like?
It's like.
Do you mean like? Because
So-
when I think of male now, I think of it as the sex, like what genitals you have, and then gender being different.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So like
what you actually feel.
I guess like I still it's okay. It's a situation I'm gonna have to figure out how to explain.
Yeah, fair.
So what I mean is like for the most part I'd say for the most part I am male presenting. So like I wear this what you would call male's clothes. I feel like, but I don't feel like I do things that would fall into like stereotypically men. For example, I'm a fucking theatre kid, and like, you know, just genuinely like I just don't feel like the men sort of the gender just defines me really. It's like it's that's why it's hard to explain. It's like I don't fully like I feel it a little bit, and he him is still my most prominent pronouns to use, but it's like I don't there's just a bit that it's like, you know, it's like I don't fully, in my opinion, I don't fully portray like in terms of personality as a male.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is, and I think it's going to take a bit more exploring. Really.
Yeah. And I'll be in your corner,
Thanks.
fighting off the transphobes.
Yeah. So I know that the she/her pronouns are definitely off the table. I'm not like. But it's, you know, that's also not me. But it's between he, him, and they, them, really, and that's where I need to do some discovering.
Okay, cool.
That's basically it. That's me trying to describe my situation, though I can't fucking do it.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
And with my gender, that is explained in who made the box and the interview for who made that box. Yeah. So go watch those.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I want the interview to be as improvised and authentic as this. So I won't discuss my my ideas or thoughts on gender here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because this was recorded the day before we recorded those stuff. So
yeah.
Here's a question, Joe.
Oh, we're carrying on. Let's go.
Was it probably the last question?
Go on.
The idea I had coming up the stairs of you doing a monologue. Do you want that on your channel?
Ooh. Yeah, okay then. I'll do that on my channel.
Epic. So this month my high quality videos will be Who Made the Box, interview, podcast, and that'll be 3. So that's cool.
It's given me an idea that we're going to need to discuss after this. So.
Ooh. That's exciting. So.
Outro? Or are we going to ask what's next again? Because we kind of...
Oh, fuck.
Alright, let's ask what's next quickly. You've asked me what's next. I've said student finance, accommodation, find out more when it comes to it because I don't know. Yeah. Now it's your turn. What's next?
What is next for me? So, I will be performing in a site-specific performance piece.
Lovely.
On the college green. I will be at part of university course. I'll be continuing to be stage manager for a piece based off of Rockets and Blue Lights, which is we're taking the theme of grief. And what else? What is the other performance? It's not another performance.
Is there
and then there's some essay writing, which I don't know whether I'll be able to share because it's a take-home paper. But in March, I will be making a video about how tracking my time, which I have already fucked up today because I haven't tracked my time with Joe, so I gotta do that later. Figure out everything. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting stuff. Have no idea what's happening because I always work a week in advance, so the next monologue videos will probably arrive on the channel around the same time that the next podcast comes out, which is May, so stay in tune for that. But for now, thank you for watching. See you in 3 months, a quarterly podcast with Richard and
Joe.
Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Oh my god, I sound like Jeremy Clarkson.
I knew that.